while we're over at our friend's house. My computer's going to be running to hopefully upload 2 videos at once, which will be Mega Man and Bass and Metroid Prime. By how long it's going to take, I'm just going to put it into perspective. It's going to take a long time before this shows up on the internet, because Metroid Prime is a 7-hour marathon.
Metroid Prime or Prime 2?
Metroid Prime. Hello, Metroids. How you guys doing today? Are you doing jolly? Because I don't feel like being
More
here.
Talon Metroids, and Sam's just
watch
like,
this,
nope.
watch this, watch this. The door!
The door killed
The
it?
door killed it.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy. I wanted to show that off to you so bad. I'm like, please come and attack me. I want to kill you.
Come and get me.
Bitch.
It appears you've gotten yourself caught in the door.
Alright. You ready? 'Cause I'm not.
So, this is either something that's going to make us move faster in the morph ball, or it's going to be something that lets us stick to walls with the morph ball.
No. I just need to rest my thumb. 5-second break, people.
1, 2,
No.
3,
I'll literally.
4, 5. Back to work, monkey!
I ought to slap you, stupid. Oh my god. But yeah, did you get that image I sent you?
I don't think I have yet.
Yesterday. This one.
Oh, that, yes.
I love that thing so much because it's so perfect.
Oh,
That's
whatchamacallit?
actually my summer Let's Play.
I just want to point out, my dad sent this to me in a text message.
Uh-huh. I'll put a happy little machine gun.
It's just too good.
I like when I did the thing for like when Sam was doing his thing. I'm like, I paint happy little trees. Alright, Metroids, are you ready to get absolutely ass raped? Because I got a dark beam, and a dark beam is exactly like an ice beam.
Ha bitches.
They're still creepy as fuck in this game. Hello.
More Talon Metroids. Well, I'd imagine the darkness is pretty cold, so...
Like, literally, they are pathetic. Remember when these things actually used to be a threat? Yeah, I remember that too. I miss Super Metroid Metroids.
Hey,
Well, no. Okay. I'm
At least-
actually going to say this. AM2R kicked my ass when I said that.
you know what?
AM2R is hard!
That, and on the bright side, at least we don't have to deal with a Super Metroid!
Or the Omegas. Zetas.
I don't know, what would you say is more threatening, an Omega Metroid or the Super Metroid?
The Super Metroid. That thing drains your health like nothing else.
No, I still think it's funny that, like, as the Metroids evolve, they become less deadly in a lot of ways.
Yeah. It's kind of awkward. It's almost unsettling. Because you look at their evolution and you're like...
They become weak. Well, they become weaker in the sense that they can't, like, latch on and drain your health as they evolve. But...
Yep.
But
I'm
then,
getting the fuck
like...
out of here.
Well, no, I see
I couldn't kill it by the door. That made me sad, man. I love killing Metroids by the door.
But,
That's my favorite way.
Yeah. Actually, no, I take that...
I remember back when... Okay, this is actually going to my little brother. He actually thought I was being a sissy and running away. I'm like, do you know how satisfying it is to kill a Metroid by a door? It's amazing because it's the ultimate bitch slap. It's like, fuck you, I'm out of here. Yeah. I don't want to deal with your shit. I can't deal with your shit. Anywho, continue what you were saying.
Like, I know that, I just said, you know, as Metroids become older, they don't, as they evolve, they don't really, I say evolve.
They lose their property that makes them a Metroid.
Well, I was going to say, as they metamorphosize is a better, more accurate term. But the Queen Metroid, if you morph ball into her stomach, drains your health like fucking crazy. So I guess they can still eat your health? But they just choose not to as they
because
evolve?
they're diddly. They feel like, I think, okay, this has always been my kind of thought on it, and you can agree or disagree. I really don't care. That hurt like nothing else.
Opinions on the internet. You can agree or disagree, but I don't fucking care.
No, literally.
It's how it really should work.
Yeah, I mean, it's over the internet. Real life discussions with Jordan White.
Well,
Anyway.
I guess you should care a little bit, but I mean, you shouldn't get,
Okay, I
butthurt
care.
over
I mean,
it.
I care, but
Don't get butthurt.
I don't like get offended, and I don't really like. I mean, I could say, Cole, you're an asshole, and you're gonna be like, okay. But
hey!
yeah, you can actually operate the turrets.
Please tell me there are space pirates you can kill with this.
Yes.
That is cathartic.
But anyway, yeah. Watch the motherfuckers burn like
By any chance, can those random lightning strikes hit Samus?
They can, but they don't damage you.
Okay. I was about to say, that'd be kind of bullshit if you're just walking along and all of a sudden you got fried.
And you happen to be low on energy.
Yeah, that would suck.
But, no. Basically, like, okay. With the original Metroids, and this is including the infants, because the infants do have somewhat of an ability, but they're so pathetically weak that they can't really do it. I hope you know, the Machtroids and Metroid and Super Metroid can drain your health. But you
very, very slowly.
Cole, if I went in there with a full tank... Oh, by the way, Space Pirate logs are 100%. We're knocking this shit out, man.
Nice.
But anyway. Okay. So basically... Let me see. I'm trying to think of the words without making it sound messed up in a way. They feel like they have to do it in order to survive.
Well, yeah, Machtroids are basically
You are
super
going to
frail
love
Metroids.
when you find these.
Light and dark ammo you can get. Oh, so it's basically ammo expansion.
Yes. You're gonna have to
Oh,
make...
it doesn't play the item acquisition.
You're gonna have to make a sprite for that, by the way,
So
I can edit that in.
I don't mind.
Okay,
The sprites.
another lore. But okay, basically, what I'm gonna say about these is look at the key bearer lores. Those are the most important lores in this game because they tell you where the keys are.
J-Steve.
Huh, I'm J-Steve. Fuck you. So
I died for nothing.
we're actually gonna go back to that Metroid room because we got some new Metroids.
We're gonna boss some Metroids.
Nope, because they're cute.
Yeah.
You're gonna love them. They are so fucking innocent and so fucking adorable.
Do they not even attack you? Or?
Oh, just wait. Oh, just wait. You'll see what I mean.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Way to try to use reverse psychology and subvert my expectations.
Yep.
Because I was about to say, a cute and cuddly Metroid, you're out of your mind.
A cute and cuddly Metroid. Jordan, what kind of crack are you smoking and where can I get it?
I'm smoking face on.
No. Meet the cocoon!
Oh, God! Look, not the cocoon!
And meet... Where are they at? Is one going to come up? Okay, so what I found is that you can actually exit this room and they come out a little faster. Alright, so you wait like 5 seconds and you'll see one or two, I think. Because you don't want to get too close to them because then they all spawn out like hell. And
Basically, even if you wait for a while, they just kind of hatch by themselves.
they're infants.
Well, I'd imagine.
Where are they? They normally come out by now.
Sorry, they didn't get the memo, because they're not born yet. What if it's like a hard mode thing where it's like, hey, you can at least destroy the cocoon and kill them preemptively?
Where are they? There he is! Oh shit. Just don't make them run into Phazon. Because then they turn into...
So those are these possessed Metroids?
Because I don't really feel like dealing with Metroids because they take a lot of Dark Beam ammo.
Uh-huh.
So I don't really want to deal with them.
Metroids. Talon Metroid, Infant Talon Metroid.
See? It's cute! It's adorable.
Aw. It's not
It
possessed.
can't do anything. Literally, it's so small in size. Look, it's as a portable energy source.
Son of a bitch, they're batteries. So yeah, the Talon Metroids are a bit different.
At that point, they grow rapidly and acquire their full array of powers just by touching 1 ounce of Phazon.
They immediately just grow to full
Yes.
maturity. Okay.
Yes.
Sure, because
But see,
why
the
not?
thing is, I don't want them to evolve because I don't want to run out of dark ammo.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
that's why I was being kind of cautious. I don't like fighting the Metroids in this game simply because of that ammo consumption, and I really don't feel like having to grind for ammo. I kind of want to get the move on because as soon as we beat one specific boss, my heart can stop beating rapidly.
One thing I kind of like with the Metroids on different worlds, like the Talon Metroid, does have a different growth cycle than the SR388 Metroid.
Well, the thing is, that's what I loved about AM2R. I mean, I had the derpiest fucking smile on my face when you sent me this.
Literally, it's a fan game that does a shit ton of fan service while also connecting the games and keeping true to the original Metroid.
I'm like, Cole doesn't even have to buy me a fucking birthday present. That can be it. And I'm content.
Just one cool little detail I liked about AM2R was the addition of a secret boss called Genesis. And I'm like,
I
okay,
love Genesis.
And I'm like,
but the thing is,
and I thought they made it up at first, and I looked into it, and it was actually a minor enemy in Metroid Fusion, which apparently was on SR388. Yep. So it makes sense that you have that thing appear.
But the thing is, it's not all that difficult, but the thing is, it's just so cool to see it.
I mean, it does the same thing over and over again, and it hits like a tank, but it's the closest thing you get to a Xenomorph fight in the Metroid universe.
It is.
Also, the thing that plays when you fight is pretty bitchin'.
And I loved when you're like, Jordan's probably not going to find that secret boss.
Thing is, I tried to give Jordan a hint, but the hint was really fucking blatant when I looked back.
But the thing is, like, I didn't really read that hint. I'm just like, oh, he's going to give me a hint. I'm not going to look at it because I didn't want it to be ruined. And then all of a sudden, I find it first try, and I'm like, Cole, did you mention something about an elevator?
And I'm like, yeah, I did actually. But the cool thing is AM2R, because I think
we're going
what?
We're going to go fight the first major boss.
Ah.
Yep. Because the Guardians are sub-bosses. But this is what I love about Metroid 2, because I always loved Fusion. With Fusion, you're able to, you get your items through bosses through the X's. The X-Parasites. With this, you get them through the ink. I love the kind of concept because I like the idea of fighting my equipment.
Yeah, it's like you stole my shit, I'm gonna steal it back.
Yeah, fuck you.
And that's kind of one thing I like is when you have a final boss that uses like stronger variations.
Alright, and what
of
time
your
is it?
attacks.
Because,
it is
because
9:30.
I'm gonna be really pressed to get to the Boost Guardian, but I'm gonna try. If I don't, we'll just save it for next session.
Yeah, because
but that's okay. That's fine
like,
with me.
when we were doing these recording sessions, we're actually kind of pressed for time.
Which, if that means I skip over a lot of things that I want to say, it's because I'm literally thinking of what I need to say and what I cannot say.
Same. Like, I apologize to the audience because sometimes, we might not go over certain things in enough detail, but that's kind of from time constraints.
Yep.
Because, I mean, we don't have as much time as we used to record this kind of thing.
Well, the thing is, okay, here's how I actually got my capturing system. Okay. So, my uncle's lending me the microphone that we're using right now. I actually got a microphone for myself, but the thing is, I haven't really tested it enough. You know where I'm going with that. But what I really enjoy is how I got the Elgato. This guy had one left in stock at Best Buy. And all because I said, I'm going to do Ocarina of Time blindfolded. He's like, holy shit, this guy is fucking insane, and I love it. And he's like, I'll give you a deal. And he got me the last one that was in stock for like the next few weeks.
Alright, that's awesome.
And he's like, you're awesome, man. And the thing is, I haven't been able to do it yet because I can't stream because our internet sucks at my house. So when I get a constant internet, like when I move out or something like that, I'm going to have the best internet that you can get. Obviously. Oh, fuck, I'm running really low on energy.
A blistering speed of 100 megahertz. There's another Nolan Bushnell quote for you.
I mean, when he said that, I'm like, because I like to think back in the past, I'm like, I could have thought about that, and that would have been the most awesome thing anyone's ever said.
Now, back in the day, you'd be like, holy shit, 100 megahertz of RAM!
What the fuck is this shit, man?
I mean, I just love how it's like the blistering speed of 100 megahertz.
And he says it in such a sarcastic voice.
Like, and that's what
and
they
the thing
love
is,
about Bushnell.
I actually did not know this save point was here until I did my test playthrough, which I'm
Oh, like when
doing...
you found that refill station in Super Metroid.
I like how I just shot through the wall. And
I actually told George, I saw Jordan playing Super Metroid in his leisure, and there was a room before a boss.
Kraid.
And then, yeah, and there was like
Oh, watch this. I love this effect right here.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
I love the dark effect. It looks so badass. But,
There was a hole in the, like, there was some tiles, like, there was a ceiling, then there was a gap. And then Jordan, thought to himself, huh, that's interesting. And, like, I saw him shoot up, jump up there, nonchalantly. And I'm like, wow, Jordan, I had no idea that refill station was there. And then he just looked at me with, like, this dumbfounded face, and he said, I didn't know it was there either. And he'd been playing this game for years.
I've been playing it since 2009.
It's a good thing filling out the map is not required for 100% completion.
Yeah, because then I never would have truly 100%ed it. Okay, Cole, are you ready to rumble?
Oh, sweet, you got all 3 keys. Although I can only recall 2 instances where you got keys.
It's because I'm silently collecting them, Cole.
I blink and then you just glitch through a wall and grab one and it's like, there.
Yep, there we go.
One,
This is where I think you can finally talk about what you really want to say.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so.
Meet my favorite boss in Metroid Prime. Out of every Metroid... No.
Quadrax!
My second favorite. My first...
I thought it was Quadraxis for a second.
No. My favorite boss is Meta Ridley from the first Metroid Prime.
Okay, so here's...
Which, I'm going to be honest, I utterly kicked his ass in that. And that was the first... This is Amorbis.
Yep, so something really...
Based off a real, like, kind of horror. Look at this thing.
So here's something that's really...
Look at it.
Yeah, something really fucking cool that Metroid Prime 2 does. So, the game artistically relies a lot on a visual language. Like we see in, like, Aether, Samus, she's naturally... Her silhouette is made up of a lot of, curves and spheres. But
It's a feminine...
Well,
it's feminine.
Well, it's kind of the initial thing, but it also kind of plays with the Luminoth and their architecture, which is, based in a lot of circles and curves. Like, Luminoth themselves, their, torso is a giant sphere. And you see that their shoulders actually are just like spheres that kind of pop in and out of their torso. Their language is basically...
You're going to love how you have to defeat this thing, because it's a throwback. You're going to love it.
So it's kind of like, their language is built around circles, connected together in spheres. It's got a visual language. In the light world, you're going to see a lot of... Yeah. And here's the thing about, like Amorbis here. So, boop, and in the dark world, not only is there a palette change...
This is awesome.
Okay, that's pretty fucking cool. You bombed the fuck out of him.
Throw it back, anybody? Which you actually don't have to do it to defeat the queen. You don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You can actually beat it just by shooting it rapidly, but that takes too long.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it takes...
Too long.
It takes forever.
Yeah.
I think I tested it once in AM2R, and it took... God knows how long on hard mode. It took like 30 minutes. It felt like it was a long, long time. I feel like they're going to pop out the ground right under my fucking feet.
So, in the light world, it's based around a lot of spheres and circles. But in the dark world, not only is there a palette shift, but also
triangles.
Everything... Yes, built out of...
Pointed edges.
It's a lot sharper.
Angles. That's what... Because I don't talk really from, an artistic standpoint like Cole, but what I basically told him, I said, I felt like the edges intimidated me.
Yes, because naturally triangles and, more pointy things are, and to generalize, pointy things tend to be a lot more menacing. I mean, like teeth, for instance, on, like, bears and sharks. Those look fucking menacing because that's going to tear you limb from limb. And that's why a lot of angles...
My old necklace before my grandfather hand-made me this cross was actually a great white shark tooth.
Nice.
Yep, it was actually a real one that I found at the beach. I just want to point that out because I thought that was kind of a cool little thing.
That is pretty cool.
Yep.
And with the dark world, like, especially when we see with Amorbis here, before, like, it became dark, it still had, all of its armor and stuff. But when
but it's a spherical head.
And when it became dark, we saw it got a lot of horns and protrusions, and also its armor became a lot more angular. Also, there is the shift in palette. The light world focuses a lot more on reds and browns. In the dark world, it's purples and bright oranges, and those oranges contrast with, the dark purple. So
watch this. Look at this. How fucking cool this looks.
Yeah, and then you have shit like that, with just kind of a spectacle while still being practical.
Oh yeah, it looks so beautiful.
Like Prime 2 has the dissonance with its suits as well, which we'll get into later.
Yep, and very shortly, by the way.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna utterly kick this guy's ass. Pardon me while I go bomb the dongos.
Let's bomb some Amorbi. Amorbis? Okay, so it's called Amorbis, but does that refer to the 3 worms, or...?
It refers to it as a whole being.
Gotcha.
And its life source, it's currently killing itself. Crack.
Yeah, so, like, that...
That sphere is its life source.
Yep.
That's its
provides
energy.
dark energy.
Yep.
And, like, it's that visual dissonance, because Samus, when she's in the dark world, not only is, she hurt just by the atmosphere, but also in terms of a visual standpoint, it looks like she doesn't belong there. And the Ing...
And she doesn't.
Yeah, and the Ing, they look like they wouldn't belong in the light world. And another thing that makes the Ing...
They have to possess something in order to stay.
Yeah, and the thing that makes the Ing really creepy as well is how just demonic they look. They have an odd number of limbs, and you would think with something like that, it would have this herky-jerky movement as if it was some sort of mechanical abomination.
I need to make sure that I fully
Scanned it.
scannable.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's scanned.
But the crazy thing about the Ing is how smoothly they move with that odd number of limbs. They look natural despite
being unnatural.
Yeah, their movement is so fluid. They're used to that twisted body, which makes them look even more intimidating because it shows they know how to fuck you up.
And with Cole, I told him, I said, your artwork is going to change because of this, because you're going to
literally, Jordan showed me, like, the concept art for this game, and after that, I was able to apply so much shit. It's like, wow, it's almost as if the art in this game is really, really fucking good.
And it truly is.
Yeah, it's a really good example of visual dissonance, which is something that not a lot of games can pull off very effectively. Let me rephrase that. Not a lot of games that I have seen have pulled it off really effectively. There probably have been a couple that have done it, just as good, if not better than Metroid Prime 2. It's just Prime 2 is a fantastic example of how to do it.
Metroid Prime 2, I feel like, did it better than anything else for a certain reason, because, this is not meant to be a hard game. This is meant to be an adventure.
Prime 2?
Yeah. It's not meant to be hard. It's not meant to be hard.
Jordan, the Metroid fanbase would like to have a word with you.
Cole, I don't find anything intimidating in this game.
No, I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about difficulty. Because I was going to say, in terms of difficulty, this game I hear is one of the harder ones.
No. Your fan base would absolutely kill me and utterly rape my ass for saying this is easy.
Well, you're playing on hard mode. There are a number of times where you've just been like, "Fuck."
But no, what I'm meaning is it's not meant to be a scary game. It's meant to be an adventure and atmospheric. And simply because they do it to you in such a mysterious kind of way, in sublime details, it fucks with your brain of what is good and what can be bad, because both versions can fuck you up.
Yeah.
Therefore, you don't know which one is more of a threat. You'll naturally assume the dark version is, but the thing is, you've got the light beam.
Yeah.
The dark beam doesn't really do anything to these guys.
Because we are in the dark world.
Well, no, these are lights.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They're light creatures. They're light creatures until they become the ink.
Which is the second phase, where they grow the horns and the armor when they attach to the orb.
But the thing is, this is why it fucks with my brain, because the dark version's easier to kill.
Yeah.
Therefore, you're thinking, well, what is a threat and what is not? And I love it.
Yeah, Prime 2 is fantastic with visual design. You can immediately tell, like, the player can immediately tell, what's light, from the light world and what's from the dark world.
And I just, and
it still looks the same, while being different.
I'm not a game designer. But the thing is, Cole knows me as being I'm very quick on the judgment side. I'm very observant. And therefore, I tell him a lot of things that I know, but then he points out an artistic way, and he's like, it makes so much sense because you're describing your feelings, therefore I can convey it in artistic form.
Yeah, that's the thing about art, is that if you know what you're doing, there are a lot of ways you can convey things. Like, again, with the Dark World creatures on planet Aether, is that when you have them, you know, very angular and looking like they're not only more armored up, but even
They look
demonic.
unsettling.
Yeah, they look demonic in some cases as well. Which, honestly, fits more toward the fact that these shouldn't be here. The only reason that Dark Aether exists, I believe it was because of the Phazon meteorite. Is that
Yes,
correct?
it is.
Yeah, so literally these creatures aren't supposed to exist.
I beat it with... I almost died. It felt like I was really close to dying. BAM! I love this because, look at it. Like, you actually see it
Die.
No, you see it vanish.
Yeah.
Like, that's an amazing detail.
Yep, straight up turns to ash in the Dark World.
Because it no longer can survive.
Mm-hmm.
I love her animation.
It's kind of like, maybe this isn't so good.
Now, this is where this game can become impossible.
Screw tag!
Hello, Matthew Matelli. I missed you.
Oh, it's the dark suit.
You can skip this item, and you can do what they call a dark suitless run.
If you fucking hate yourself.
I've done it on a normal run. Normal!
Keyword normal.
Normal! Because it is actually literally impossible to beat the Boost Guardian on hard mode with the Varia suit.
So,
Unless you sequence break and get the power bombs early. But because I've never played hard mode, you guys, and that's what I love about some of these Let's Plays that we get to do. I'm gonna 100% Sunshine in the summer. It's something I really have never... it's something I've done, but it's something I haven't dedicated myself to. Cole, I don't think you have 100%ed it. You're gonna see... Have you?
Nope. I said fuck that when I found out the reward was a postcard.
But that's the beauty of what me and Cole can do. We get to show you our emotions. We get to show you our feelings towards these games. And that's a big reason why me and him love Let's Playing.
Yeah, we got to share our opinions and, you know, how we interpret things about a game. And also, real quick, about the dark suit artistically. It's built with Luminoth technology. We find out it actually was originally worn by a Luminoth warrior.
Yes, it is.
But what happens is that even though it looks like Luminoth technology, the suit kind of has more...
But look at the beauty of the dark suit.
Yeah.
Look at how slow... I think I remember trying to come up with a... Okay, this is going to sound really geeky. A mathematical proportion of how fast and the true difference. And it's around 50 to 75%.
Yeah, it slows the damage in the Dark World, because this is the Luminoth's attempt at creating something that'll let them survive in this corrosive atmosphere.
They came up with the perfect technology, but the thing is, when they came up with it, it was not available to them. The light suit was made by Umos because he had all of the energy combined, which we'll get into later.
Yeah.
But while we're on the subject of the suits, I feel like it's necessary to explain. They had the capability of absolutely destroying the Ing, but because the Ing are not only demonic, they are smart. They adjust to you. If you are in water, they start possessing water creatures while you have limited mobility.
And that's another thing about the Ing, is that another intimidating factor is that they're intelligent.
They are very
intelligent. It's like Ridley. Like it looks like a monster, but it actually is really smart.
And I've actually read the manga. The manga is beautiful, by the way. It's really interpreted really well because he feels so human. And Samus just wants to be its friend. She's an innocent little girl. And he literally started to do it.
Oh, but hey, more Ing. Fuck yeah, she has the dark suit!
But no, they're going to try and kill you. Look at that. One hit did over half a tank of health.
And that's why Samus is like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
You mean Jordan's saying, fuck this shit, I'm out, I'm done, I'm gone, I'm out of here. Fuck you guys, fuck this. Yeah. I'm done, fuck you.
So, what I wanted to talk about with the dark suit is that from a visual, going back to the visual language, it's still built by the Luminoth, and you can tell because of the color palette. The thing that somewhat bugs me, though, is that from the front with the profile view...
I don't like it. I don't like...
It's made up of, like, squares and rectangles, which doesn't really fit in with either the Light World or Dark World. Because, again, Light World's built around circles, Dark World's built around triangles,
but this
Dark
is
Suit, rectangles, the fuck? Which
well, I feel like no. Okay, here's my because I'm not an artist, but I'm a painter, by the way. But here's what it's my kind of assumption with that is basing it off of what Cole's knowledge, but basing it off of my own knowledge too. Is I'm about to incinerate these fuckers. But anyway, that's besides the point. Watch this. This is so beautiful.
die, motherfucker! Die, motherfucker!
But okay. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like it's almost a medium, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah. Actually, that makes perfect sense.
Because it feels like it's a mixture of both the dark and the light.
Also, you know what? That also makes sense because it doesn't protect you perfectly from...
It's imperfect technology.
Yeah, it doesn't protect you entirely from the dark world. It just pretty much slows your damage.
And I know you've seen the, I know you've probably seen the light suit.
Yes.
But, you know...
Early concepts for the light suit kind of bugged me, because
it looked weird.
I mean, early concepts, they look cool, but going back to the visual language Prime 2 establishes...
It felt off-putting?
It felt weird because it was supposed to be the suit that, was, based on light. It was to completely combat the dark, but it had, this bright white color scheme, but it had a lot of angles to it, which made it look really out of place. Like, it seemed like it ignored the visual language a little bit.
What I basically, and this is just coming from my assumption as well, the light suit is not from this world. It's basically from the energy controllers. It's not from anybody else. It's from pure energy.
And here's the thing about the light suit, it's made up literally of a ton of circles. Like, it even has like chest lights that are just straight up tons of circles strapped to the chest piece.
And it is, okay, I'm gonna give an honest thing. God, the leg part of that suit bothers the shit out of me.
the kneecaps. Okay, yeah.
You can seriously kill somebody.
I think, I think another reason the kneecaps, one, they're just really long and really fucking pointy. But also,
it looks terrifying.
I think
is this what you were talking about?
The thing right behind you, actually.
Huh?
There's a gate.
Oh, this
yeah.
thing?
This. And the thing next
that
to
thing.
it.
Okay. This is actually a portrait of. This is actually what does it look like to you?
It looks a lot like Amorbis.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
He was a light world creature that was transported to the dark world.
And because that
is my assumption, because. And I want to show this off because this is how much the energy matters.
And given the lore of this world...
You cannot go anywhere else until you bond the energy.